So I have ADHD, and this is new. Within the last 48 hours, I sat down with my therapist and he told me to go to my doctor and get a prescription to manage ADHD. Now, I'm a holistic health coach, a holistic nutritionist, really, is what I went to school for. And in my schooling, we learned a lot about how to balance your mood. So I was very aware that I was struggling with low dopamine. And I have treated myself in the past naturally for low dopamine. I have used supplementation and nutrition to minimize the effects of what I guess is now officially ADHD and make it more manageable. Things that I found were super effective were focusing on making sure I get the right nutrients and precursors to make dopamine in my body naturally on its own. So that can be really effective. The second thing that is really effective for my brain, and is one of the reasons why I do keto, is because it works so well for my brain. I had no idea why. Now, here's the thing where the hiccups come in, is if my dopamine is low, I start seeking food. And I have struggled with binge eating my entire life. I got to be almost 300 pounds because of binge eating. I can control it a lot better from the place of ketosis because I don't have the physiological blood sugar cravings as much. But if something happens emotionally, so I can be going really strong on keto, something happens emotionally and I tap myself out, I hit burnout, whatever it is, and I turn to food and I go off the plan, and I go off the plan hard. And I remember how long I spent being mad at myself for that, thinking that that was a character fault that I had. I was so frustrated that the advice I was giving my clients was working for my clients, but I would try and implement it for myself, and it was really hard. And now that I've spent some time learning about ADHD and how it impacts my prefrontal cortex and dopamine and norepinephrine and all those things, I'm starting to understand that I'm trying to treat myself as a neurotypical. I'm trying to talk to myself, how it works for my clients, and I'm mad at myself for not being that. And I do have anger for not being normal, but I also know that I wouldn't be doing what I was doing if I wasn't the way I am, and I wouldn't be as good at nutrition if I didn't go on like these hyperfixation pathways of learning everything I can, about hormones or fertility or whatever my client has. I just deep dive into it and I find out all the information that I can find so that I can help them the best possible way. So, there's really good benefits to it, but where I'm really struggling is the self-talk and staying consistent with myself, because I don't show up here and talk about my struggles very often. I'm not good at that because I feel like what I need to show you is that I'm perfect or close to perfect. Like, I talk a little bit about struggles, but I don't think I get to that depth that maybe some people want in this. Anyways, what am I even saying? Basically, what I'm saying is I have a mask. Anyways, that mask has allowed me to hide a lot of my internal struggles because I was ashamed by them. I have a huge shame cycle from this. And these are all things that my therapist has helped me wrap my head around. And so anyways, this is a super long video, but I'm going to share it because if it helps somebody, then it was worth it. Enjoy whatever.